Balance life supplements, bringing health to the world, no shame in that. No, let's live and not die, let's play healthy while we survive, thrive, not just be alive.
Fasting is an ancient practice, rooted in stillness and intention, not just physical change. Long before modern diets, fasting was a sacred act, preparing the mind and spirit for wisdom and connection. In ancient times, from Egyptian deserts to Chinese mountains, fasting created space for clarity and the divine. Today, in our noisy world, we rarely experience true emptiness or stillness. This journey is about rediscovering fasting as a path to inner liberation, not just a tool for the body. Modern fasting is often reduced to trends and quick fixes, focused on weight loss and biology. But for ancient sages and mystics, fasting was about expanding consciousness and aligning with nature's rhythms. It was a humble act, connecting us to something greater. To truly understand fasting, we must set aside the noise of diet culture. Let's explore fasting as an art, a path inward toward reflection and wisdom. This is a journey to reclaim its deeper meaning. Think of this as an archaeological dig of the human spirit. We'll uncover how fasting unified cultures, served as a vision quest, and nourished the soul. The greatest benefits aren't measured on a scale, but in clarity, gratitude, and self-discipline. Let's step away from modern haste and rediscover fasting as a lost part of our heritage. This is a chance to find balance and a quieter mind in a loud world. In ancient Egypt, fasting was a sacred act of purification for both priests and ordinary people. It cleansed body and spirit, preparing them for communion with the divine. Egyptians believed illness came from excess, so fasting restored balance and health. Herodotus noted their regular fasts and purges, seeing the body as a temple for the soul. Fasting was woven into daily life, a proactive, holistic practice. To empty the stomach was to clear the path for something greater. In Vedic India, fasting, Upavasa, meant drawing closer to the divine, not starving the body. It was a spiritual discipline, practiced by priests and laypeople alike, to generate energy and accumulate good karma. Fasting days and festivals became opportunities for self-mastery and purification. The Upanishads taught that conquering desire through fasting led to spiritual freedom. This discipline was essential for liberation from the cycle of rebirth. Fasting became a cornerstone of spiritual evolution in ancient India. In ancient Greece, fasting was a path to mental clarity and physical excellence. Philosophers like Socrates and Plato fasted to sharpen the mind and pursue truth. Hippocrates prescribed fasting for healing, believing it let the body's natural power work. Athletes and initiates fasted for purification and preparation. Fasting was respected by thinkers, healers, and seekers alike. It was a key to unlocking human potential, intellectual, physical, and spiritual. In dynastic China, Taoism and Confucianism guided the pursuit of harmony. Fasting was linked to this harmony, with oneself, society, and the Tao. Health was balance, and fasting restored it by cleansing impurities and allowing qi to flow. Taoist sages embraced bigu, avoiding grains to purify the body for spiritual awareness. Fasting also played a role in Confucian traditions and state rituals. Called zaiji, it involved abstaining from certain foods, music, and distractions to purify the heart. Thus, fasting was a holistic discipline touching medicine, spirituality, and social etiquette. The principle was purification, achieving harmony and connection. Vedic India views fasting as a sacred journey inward. The Sanskrit term Upavasa translates to sitting near or drawing closer. It's a conscious effort to move away from distractions in order to draw closer to the divine. Upavasa was integrated into Vedic rituals. Participants observed Upavasa before ceremonies. The fast generated spiritual energy called tapas. Upavasa became a cornerstone of personal devotion. Days like Ekadashi were dedicated to fasting. Millions fasted to honor deities and cleanse karma. Fasting was a masterclass in self-discipline. It's overcoming sensory desires. It strengthens willpower, a crucial step towards self-realization. In the story of Siddhartha Gautama, the man who would become the Buddha, fasting plays a pivotal, transformative role. Before attaining enlightenment, Siddhartha practiced extreme asceticism, believing that severe physical punishment was the path to spiritual liberation. He subjected himself to prolonged and harsh fasts, reducing his body to little more than a skeleton. Yet, through this grueling experience, he came to a profound realization. Such extreme self-denial did not lead to clarity, but only to a weakened mind and a body incapable of deep meditation. This critical insight led him to abandon these extremes and formulate one of his most essential teachings, the middle path. The middle path advocates for a balanced approach between the two extremes of sensual indulgence and severe self-mortification. Within this framework, fasting was not rejected but repurposed. It was no longer a tool for self-punishment, but a skillful means for cultivating mindfulness and discipline. Buddhist monks and nuns traditionally follow a rule, the Vinaya, which includes a form of intermittent fasting. They do not eat from midday until the following morning. This practice is not intended to be an ordeal, but rather to lighten the body, reduce drowsiness, and aid in the development of a clear and focused mind, which is, essential for evening meditation. This daily period of abstention serves as a constant, gentle reminder of the principle of non-attachment. By willingly refraining from food when the desire might arise, practitioners train their minds to observe cravings without being controlled by them. It is a practical exercise in understanding the impermanent nature of desire itself. The hunger pangs come, and they also go. By watching this process with mindful awareness, one learns to not identify with every passing sensation or impulse. This cultivates a deep sense of inner calm and resilience, freeing the mind from the turbulent cycle of wanting and gratification, which the Buddha identified as a primary source of suffering. Therefore, in Buddhism, fasting is a subtle yet powerful instrument for self-mastery. It is not about achieving a spiritual state through physical depletion, but about using a light and healthy body to support a clear and radiant mind. The practice fosters discipline, reduces attachment to sensory pleasures, and enhances the capacity for sustained, deep meditation. It is a perfect embodiment of the middle path, a wise, compassionate, and balanced practice that avoids extremes and directly supports the ultimate goal of the Buddhist path: the cessation of suffering and the attainment of enlightenment, not through punishment, but through profound understanding and gentle, persistent training of the mind. In Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, fasting is a powerful theme woven through scripture and practice. It's a communal act of atonement, mourning, and supplication. Voluntary abstention from food symbolizes inner repentance and a desire to purify the soul. Judaism's Yom Kippur involves a 25-hour fast for spiritual focus and atonement. In Christianity, Lent is a time for fasting, prayer, and charity, commemorating Jesus' sacrifice. Islam's Ramadan requires abstaining from food and drink from dawn till sunset. It cultivates patience, empathy, and gratitude, strengthening community bonds and deepening faith. Beyond organized religion, fasting holds a sacred place in Indigenous cultures. It unlocks the door between the physical and spirit world and is central to the vision quest. It's a rite of passage, seeking guidance and connection with nature. Fasting is about making oneself an empty vessel, open to receiving a sacred vision. The Native American vision quest exemplifies this. In shamanic traditions, fasting purifies the body and spirit. It allows shamans to travel dimensions, communicate with spirits, and bring healing. By emptying the body, the seeker demonstrates humility to the spiritual forces. It affirms a deep interconnection between humanity and the web of life. In Stillness, the universe speaks its most sacred truths. In Ayurveda, health is a dynamic balance of energies. Central is Agni, the digestive fire responsible for transforming food into tissues and energy. Strong Agni means robust health. Weak Agni leads to Ama, the root of disease. Fasting, or langhana, rekindles Agni tailored to one's dosha. Pitta may need cooling juices, while Kapha benefits from longer water fasts. Regular, gentle fasting maintains Agni, preventing toxin buildup. It clears internal channels, leading to radiant well-being. Fasting is a loving act of self-care, feeding our deepest vitality and allowing the body to heal itself. Traveling west to ancient Greece, we meet Hippocrates, whose teachings laid the groundwork for Western medicine. Famously quoted for saying, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food," a central tenet of his practice was the profound healing power of its absence. Hippocrates was one of the earliest proponents of using fasting, which he called the physician within, as a primary therapeutic tool. He observed that during illness, the body naturally loses its appetite, a sign of its own innate wisdom. If energy is diverted towards digesting food, the healing process is compromised. By fasting, the patient allowed their body to concentrate all its resources on healing itself. The wisdom of Hippocrates lies in his profound trust in nature's healing power. Fasting was the ultimate expression of this philosophy, creating the optimal conditions to restore wholeness and vitality. In Jewish law, the Talmud is a central pillar. Matters of health, diet, and well-being are treated with immense seriousness. The body is a sacred gift from God, a temporary home for the soul that one is obligated to care for. Fasting is a practice for maintaining physical health and preventing illness. The Talmudic sages understood the dangers of overeating and advocated for structured meals. One sage said that most illnesses are caused by the evil effects of food and drink. Communal fasts were undertaken in response to a crisis, such as a drought or an epidemic. The physical and metaphysical worlds are seen as deeply interconnected. The health of the body and the health of the soul are two sides of the same coin. A healthy body is better able to serve God, engage in study, and perform good deeds. Centuries after Hippocrates, during the vibrant intellectual ferment of the Renaissance, a Swiss physician and alchemist named Paracelsus emerged to challenge the medical establishment of his time. He was a controversial figure, but his ideas were revolutionary, building upon the ancient wisdom of fasting with a unique alchemical perspective. Paracelsus viewed the human body as a microcosm, a small-scale reflection of the great universe, or macrocosm. He believed that the secret to healing was not found in complex foreign remedies, but in unlocking the innate, powerful healing force that resided within every living being, a force he termed the archeus. For Paracelsus, fasting was the single greatest remedy and the most powerful way to awaken this inner healer. He famously declared, "Fasting is the greatest remedy, the physician within." He saw disease as a form of internal poison or imbalance caused by external influences. Fasting, in his view, was the ultimate act of purification. By ceasing to take in new substances, the body could turn its full attention inward. The archeus, the alchemist within, could then get to work separating the pure from the impure, expelling the poisons, and meticulously restoring the body to its natural state of harmony and health, much like a master alchemist purifies base metals to reveal pure gold. He strongly advocated for fasting as the first line of defense against almost any illness. Before resorting to any other treatments, Paracelsus would often have his patients undergo a period of fasting. He believed this process would either cure the patient outright, or at the very least clarify the nature of the illness, making any subsequent treatment more effective. He saw it as a diagnostic tool as well as a therapeutic one. The body, when unburdened by digestion, would reveal its secrets. The inner physician, once activated, would guide the external physician's hand, showing precisely what was needed for a true and lasting cure. Paracelsus's teachings represent a powerful bridge between ancient mystical wisdom and the beginnings of modern chemical medicine. He took the Hippocratic idea of the physician within and infused it with the dynamic, transformative energy of alchemy. For him, fasting was not a passive act of waiting, but an active process of internal alchemy. It was the key that turned on the furnace of the archeus, initiating a profound transmutation from a state of sickness and imbalance to one of vitality and wholeness. This belief in an intelligent, self-healing life force, awakened by the simple act of abstention, is a piece of ancient wisdom that continues to inspire healers and seekers today. For thousands of years, our ancestors knew intuitively that fasting led to purification and renewal. Today, modern science is beginning to translate this ancient wisdom into the language of cellular biology, revealing autophagy. This is our body's innate recycling program. It dismantles old, damaged components. When we fast, our body experiences a beneficial stress, triggering autophagy. The cells clean house, breaking down debris into basic parts to build new structures or energy. It is the ultimate system of cellular rejuvenation. Autophagy removes cellular junk linked to aging and chronic diseases, helping cells function efficiently. Fasting allows the body to perform a deep act of purification. The ritual fasts of our ancestors were initiating this profound cellular cleanse. Modern research reveals fasting's profound impact on our metabolism, especially energy management. It significantly affects insulin sensitivity, a crucial hormone for glucose absorption. Frequent eating, particularly processed foods, can lead to insulin resistance. Fasting offers a powerful solution. Extended periods without food give our bodies a break, lowering insulin levels and resetting cells. This improves blood sugar management and reduces insulin demand. Fasting, aligned with the natural light-dark cycle, resynchronizes our internal clock, improving sleep and energy levels. We're returning to an eating pattern aligned with our evolutionary heritage. Our bodies are adapted to thrive with intermittent fasting. Science confirms it fine-tunes our metabolism, improves hormone sensitivity, and restores metabolic harmony. The benefits of fasting extend far beyond metabolic and cellular health, reaching into the most complex and energy-demanding organ in our body, the brain. The ancient philosophers who fasted for mental clarity were tapping into a powerful biological reality that we are only now beginning to understand. Research is uncovering that the metabolic switch that occurs during fasting has a direct and protective effect on our neurons. When we fast, our body shifts from using glucose as its primary fuel source to using ketones, which are produced from the breakdown of fat. This state, known as ketosis, appears to be highly beneficial for the brain. Ketones are not just an alternative fuel, they are a cleaner and more efficient energy source for brain cells. Their metabolism produces fewer reactive oxygen species, the unstable molecules often referred to as free radicals, which can cause oxidative stress and damage to cells. Furthermore, ketones have been shown to activate powerful signaling pathways in the brain that enhance its resilience. One of the most exciting discoveries is that fasting stimulates the production of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Often described as miracle grow for the brain, BDNF plays a critical role in the growth of new neurons, the survival of existing ones, and the formation of new synapses, which are essential for learning and memory. A 2019 review in the New England Journal of Medicine highlighted how intermittent fasting can trigger adaptive stress responses in the brain that are similar to those triggered by exercise. This mild, controlled stress strengthens the brain's ability to cope with more severe stress and resist disease. By challenging our neurons in this way, fasting can help protect them against the kind of degeneration seen in neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. The practice appears to enhance the brain's plasticity, its ability to reorganize and form new connections throughout life, which is fundamental to maintaining cognitive function as we age. Thus, the ancient Greek pursuit of mental acuity through abstention was not a mere philosophical whim. It was an intuitive grasp of a profound neurobiological principle. By periodically fasting, we are not just cleansing our bodies, we are providing our brains with a more efficient fuel, reducing oxidative stress, and actively stimulating the growth and protection of our neurons. It is a powerful practice for cultivating not only a healthy body, but also a sharp, resilient, and plastic mind. Modern science is confirming that the path to a clearer mind, as the ancients believed, may indeed begin with a quieter, emptier stomach. In our exploration of ancient medicine, we saw a recurring theme, the idea that health originates in the digestive system. From Ayurveda's Agni to Hippocrates' focus on the gut, our ancestors understood its central importance. Modern science has powerfully affirmed this wisdom with the discovery of the gut microbiome and the intricate gut-brain axis. Our digestive tract is home to trillions of microorganisms that profoundly influence everything from our immune system and mood to our metabolism. The health of this inner ecosystem is paramount to our overall well-being, and fasting appears to be one of the most effective ways to support and restore it. When we are constantly eating, our digestive system is in a perpetual state of work. The lining of our gut, which acts as a critical barrier between the outside world and our bloodstream, never gets a chance to fully rest and repair itself. This can lead to a condition known as increased intestinal permeability, or leaky gut, where the gut lining becomes compromised. Fasting provides a vital period of digestive rest. During this time, the gut can focus its energy on cellular repair, strengthening the junctions in the intestinal wall and reducing inflammation. This helps to maintain a robust and healthy barrier, which is essential for a properly functioning immune system. This period of rest also has a significant impact on the composition of our gut microbiome. Studies published in journals like Nature Communications have shown that intermittent fasting can reshape the gut microbial community, often leading to an increase in beneficial bacteria that produce compounds like butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid that serves as the primary fuel source for the cells lining our colon and has powerful anti-inflammatory effects throughout the body. By altering our eating patterns, we can actively cultivate a more diverse and resilient microbial garden, which in turn supports our long-term health in countless ways. This brings us full circle, connecting the dots between ancient intuition and modern scientific evidence. The systemic rest afforded by fasting does not just benefit the gut, it benefits the entire system via the gut-brain axis. A healthier gut sends signals to the brain that can reduce anxiety, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function. The ancient belief that a clean gut leads to a clear mind is no longer just a philosophical concept. It is a biological reality. By embracing the wisdom of periodic abstention, we honor our body's deep need for rest and repair, allowing the intricate, interconnected systems of our being to return to a state of natural, vibrant harmony. Having journeyed through history and science, how do we begin? The wisdom lies in adaptability, applying it gently to our lives. The first step is not a dramatic fast, but to observe your eating patterns without judgment. Begin with a 12-hour fast, aligning with your body's cycles. Ensure a 12-hour window between your last and first meal. For example, finish dinner at 7 p.m. and eat breakfast at 7 a.m. This creates a consistent rest period for your digestive system, allowing repair and cleansing. Think of this as a gift of time to rest and heal. This 12-hour window is the foundation. It's a mindful pause for your body's intelligence to flourish. Once comfortable, gently explore extending it. The goal is a sustainable pattern that leaves you feeling energized, not deprived. Listen to your body. The journey begins with a gentle, intentional step. As you become comfortable with fasting, you can begin to think about your eating window. This is the period of day during which you consume your meals. A common approach is the 16-8 method, an 8-hour eating window and a 16-hour fast. For example, you might eat between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. The beauty of this approach lies in its flexibility. Within your eating window, focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Stay well hydrated throughout your fasting period with water, herbal teas, and black coffee. Remember, the art of the eating window is about creating a structure that supports your body's health and well-being. Perhaps the most important principle in making fasting a practical part of your life is to cultivate the art of listening. Your body possesses a profound and ancient wisdom. It is constantly communicating with you through signals of hunger, energy, satiety, and comfort. The modern world, with its constant distractions and rigid schedules, has taught many of us to ignore these subtle messages. A journey into fasting is really an opportunity to relearn this forgotten language. It's a chance to move away from external rules and reconnect with your own internal guide. Your body knows what it needs far better than any book or program. This means acknowledging that some days will be different from others. There may be days when a 16-hour fast feels effortless and energizing. There may be other days when you feel genuine, deep hunger much earlier. It is vital to learn the difference between true physiological hunger and habitual or emotional hunger. But it is equally vital to honor your body's genuine needs. If you are feeling unwell, have had a poor night's sleep, or under significant emotional stress, it may not be the best day for a longer fast. Being flexible and compassionate with yourself is not a failure. It is a sign of true wisdom. This practice is not suitable for everyone. It is particularly important to state that if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, have a history of eating disorders, are underweight, or have certain medical conditions, especially type 1 diabetes, you should not undertake fasting without first consulting a knowledgeable healthcare professional. This journey is about enhancing health, not creating risk. The principles of fasting can be adapted in many ways, and a professional can help you find a safe and appropriate path, if any, for your specific circumstances. Self-honesty and professional guidance are cornerstones of a responsible practice. Ultimately, Integrating fasting into your life is a personal and evolving journey. It is about finding a rhythm that brings you clarity, vitality, and a deeper connection to your own body. It is less about the number of hours and more about the quality of your attention. Start gently, be consistent, nourish your body well, and above all, listen with kindness and curiosity. By doing so, you are not just adopting a new health practice. You are stepping into a tradition that is thousands of years old, using an ancient key to unlock a more balanced, resilient, and harmonious state of being in the modern world. We have traveled a great distance together. We saw how fasting was a golden thread woven through the spiritual and medical tapestries of nearly every great civilization. It was a tool for purification, a path to clarity. Modern science is now illuminating these ancient paths. The fundamental truth remains the same. We now understand on a cellular level why giving our bodies a period of rest is so profoundly restorative. Our bodies, like the earth itself, thrive on rhythm. We have forgotten the simple art of the pause. Reintroducing fasting into our lives is simply a return to this more natural, rhythmic way of living. This ancient practice offers us a simple, powerful path back to ourselves. As you explore new rhythms, honoring your body's balance is key. Fasting is powerful, but gentle support can make the process graceful. We provide tools that harmonize with your body's wisdom. Balanced Life supplements offer gentle support, not magic bullets, as companions on your wellness journey. Our electrolyte blend replenishes essential minerals without breaking your fast, preventing fatigue. When breaking your fast, gentle reintroduction of food matters. Our digestive enzyme complex aids your system, ensuring maximum nourishment absorption. Consider Balanced Life supplements, trusted allies, supporting your mindful eating and fasting. We blend nature's wisdom with effective formulations to help you feel supported and empowered. Visit our website to learn more about these tools for your wellness journey. We're here to help you walk your path with confidence. Before we part ways, it is of the utmost importance that we share a final message of responsibility and care. The information presented throughout this journey is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It is a deep exploration of history, culture, and science, designed to inspire and to broaden your understanding of this ancient practice. However, it is not and should not be considered medical advice. We are all unique individuals with different bodies, health histories, and life circumstances. A path that is beneficial for one person may not be suitable for another, and it is crucial to honor that individuality. Therefore, we strongly advise you to consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any significant changes to your diet or lifestyle, especially if you are considering incorporating fasting. This is particularly critical if you are pregnant, nursing, have a history of eating disorders, are underweight, or are managing any pre-existing medical condition, such as diabetes, heart disease, or blood pressure issues. A knowledgeable doctor or registered dietitian can help you assess your personal health status and determine if this practice is safe and appropriate for you, guiding you in a way that is tailored to your specific needs. Your health is your most precious asset, and this journey should be one that enhances it, not endangers it. Please listen to your body, honor its signals, and always prioritize safety and self-care. The principles we have discussed are powerful, and with power comes the responsibility to be discerning and wise in their application. We encourage you to be an active and informed participant in your own wellness journey, working in partnership with those who can provide professional, personalized guidance. This ensures that your exploration of fasting is not only enlightening, but also safe and truly beneficial for your long-term well-being. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of what fasting was really for. We hope it has offered you a new perspective and a deeper appreciation for the wisdom of the past. If you have found this journey valuable, we invite you to subscribe to The Quiet Reset so you can continue to explore timeless practices for modern living with us. We wish you health, balance, and clarity on your path. Take good care.
Life it made just for you. Balance your body, brighten your way. Feel the difference every day. Yeah. Balance life supplements your natural way. Visit balancelifesubs.com.